Hey, True Believers, Englentine here, and does this feel familiar or what? I really, you know what, I think I want to do a little discussion because I'm thinking about all of the stuff that's going on with Captain Marvel. I don't know if you would call this marketing. This isn't marketing. It seems like it's demarketing, right? Anywho, I'm sure you've heard it from other people before. I want to give my 2 cents. So here we go. Captain Marvel is already being review bombed on Rotten Tomatoes. Brie Larson has been an active and vocal proponent for diversity in media, and it seems that because of this, the upcoming Captain Marvel has already started receiving negative feedback from users on the review aggregate Rotten Tomatoes. I already stated in a previous video that she's not really fighting for diversity as much as she's fighting for selective exclusion, which can translate to racism or sexism, however you, even homophobia, however you wish to dish it out. She seems to be going after white men, and, well, you know, why not white men get pissed off about this? It's fine. I'm against all forms of sexism or racism or homophobia or what have you. So I think it's a-okay. Anybody who gets talked about the way she talks about the white guy is fine. Like I said before. Now, granted, I gotta say that I am only going by what I've read in interviews and what I've seen her say herself. In private, she may be a sweetheart. We don't know. But for what we've seen in the public, yeah, I'm sorry, but yeah, she's kind of hateful, isn't she? A large number of the angry comments expressed disinterest in the film due to its leading actor and her beliefs, or belief that the film is simply pushing an agenda, not because of anything they've actually seen from Captain Marvel itself. The users posting these negative comments are predominantly male and all seem to feel that they've been attacked by Larson's views. Though it isn't directly mentioned, the timing suggests that this is reaction toward Larson's latest attempt at fighting for diversity in the press. And of course, here we go. This is where the article tries to set it up as you're either for diversity in the press or you are the other side, which means, you know, you're for just white guys. That's, oh, goodness gracious. Here we go. All over again. Ghostbusters 2:16, ladies and gentlemen. Man, you know what? I don't know what to say about this part. Seriously, it's just a load of bollocks because, once again, she's not fighting for diversity. If you're excluding... Now she says, well, I don't mean to exclude white men. It doesn't mean I hate them. Well, you know what? It kind of sounds like you do. If you had come out and said, I've noticed that it's predominantly white, and of course these people are very good at their jobs, but I would like to hear, you know, more diverse crowd who are also as good at their jobs as well. So we don't just have one viewpoint. It would be great to have more. That would be a positive light. That would be saying the same exact thing, but you're coming from a positive area. You're not going, you know what? I don't want to hear from that section anymore, which is exactly what she said. I'm going to skip this part because it's all about the Mary Claire interview, which I did a full video on. I'm going to try to remember to put the link in the description below. Otherwise, you know, just look it up. It's on Captain Marvel on this page. Yeah. Anywho, let's move on. It's worth pointing out that Larson never indicated she had any less respect for white male journalists. Her statement simply expressed a desire to encourage people within the industry to ensure everyone had just as many opportunities to succeed. However, the point was clearly lost on some who felt that Larson was attacking white males. Whether the latest online reactions stem from active ignorance or general misunderstanding is unclear. This is the sort of statement I always wonder about. It's either ignorant or obtuse because they're obviously just ignoring the fact that she's racist, or her statements are racist. And it's the same kind of thing that lets them smile when another person on the far left says something along the lines of, you know, they're racist and they don't like the illegal immigrants to come over, even though we need the illegal immigrants to do the hard labor Americans don't want to. If that's your reasoning, then you are a freaking racist and maybe a slave driver in disguise. Think about what you're saying there for a moment. And that's the same kind of thing. It's okay. It's okay. You're this color, therefore we could say anything about you is not a proper stance to take. Anyway, so I went over to Rotten Tomatoes so I can include some of these reviews, which I thought, okay, well, the movie's not out. How are they leaving reviews? And it turns out they're not. This isn't reviews. It's in the rating system, and people are commenting. The movie that will close the mouths of the machi. See, there's some positive things too. Search the lead actress. Drew doesn't want us going as a white male. I won't go. Drew, I hope you're okay. Interesting, there have been no screenings yet. Actually, that is a good point. Larson has made it clear men need not attend this movie. I'm sorry, but you gotta listen to what people are saying. If you're trying to sell something, in this case they're selling a movie, you gotta listen to the audience. Shut her up. Looks like they're set to ruin a franchise. So Flash G is talking about the fact that he's really just interested in seeing the Kree-Skrull War, and I've heard that in my comments as well. JP is talking about the fact that he feels like the enemy because of how she's talking about white people on the press tour. And of course, you're a bad guy because you speak out against it rather than, hey guys, Brie Larson is really isolating a large section of the audience that we want to come see this movie. Sure, they want women to come see the movie, but more men are going to want to see this because men are the superhero fans. Yes, that means shut up. Just shut up. Shut up. You know who you are. You know who I'm telling to shut up. Just shut up. But men are the larger part of the audience, and they are isolating. And not all of us. Not all of us. Some of us. I might see it, but I won't pay for it. But I might pay for another movie and go see it on the big screen, but they ain't getting $1 of my money. But that's the whole point. You know what? They don't care. Because you are a white man, they don't care that they're pissing you off. And that is where the racism comes in. That's where, and it's inherent, in all honesty, in this part of the left. Not all liberals are that far to the left. Not saying that. But that it seems to be there. Hey, we can say whatever we want because they are this type. Has always been racist no matter what side you are on. Anyway, I think I'm spinning wheels here. So, on to the next story. James Cameron hints at a return to the Alien franchise. Each film in the original Alien quadrilogy featured a different director, bringing a new approach to the franchise. Ridley Scott's original Alien movie was a horror film. James Cameron's sequel, Aliens, was much more of a sci-fi action-adventure. Although Cameron hasn't worked on an Alien movie in a long time, he might not be finished with the franchise. Frankly, I'm welcoming it. Come on back, James. If you've got an idea for an Alien film, by all means jump in. Ridley Scott has almost ruined the franchise for me. I know Prometheus has its backers. I'm sorry, but wow, that was boring as hell to me. And you know what? So was Alien Covenant. And I thought Alien Covenant was going to be what I wanted to see because, you know, I always wanted to see the aliens on Earth thing. You know, I don't want another haunted house film. We got those. We got 3 Alien films worth of it. But Ridley Scott managed to do what Aliens versus Predator couldn't. It got me to basically just want to overlook Aliens from now on. So if James comes in, hey, all right, let's see what he has to say, though. Does he actually have a story? In an interview with IGN, James Cameron and Robert Rodriguez were talking about their new movie, Alita Battle Angel. Go see that. That's pretty awesome. When the conversation drifted towards Terminator and Alien franchises. After praising Tim Miller's work on the film, Cameron was asked if he could contact director Neil Blomkamp. After finishing work on Terminator, Cameron replied, "I'm working on that." After Blomkamp broke out with his science fiction hit District 9, not a bad film, he started talking to Fox about the possibility of helming a movie in the Alien franchise, revealing he had ideas for more than one sequel. Blomkamp's plans were shelved when Ridley Scott returned to make Alien Covenant. In January, Fox remarked that it had no further plans for another movie in the Alien franchise. However, it's unknown if anything has changed since then. I wonder if that would be different had the Ridley Scott movies, Prometheus and Covenant, been more well received. And I know I'm pissing off some Ridley Scott fans here who think that he can do no wrong in the Alien franchise. Sorry, guys, but you know. But that being said, it also could have something to do with the Fox merger. You know, they were for sale for a while. Maybe they didn't want to greenlight too many big tentpole kind of pictures without knowing their future. And that's definitely something you have to take into account. Even somebody like myself, who, in spite of Ridley Scott being the person who started the movies, sorry, his 2 newest entries sucked exactly this much. In addition to hinting that he was working on another movie in the Alien franchise, Cameron also revealed that Sarah Connor would be fine with Alita, as she has a human brain and a machine body. Unlike Terminator, he also revealed Arnold Schwarzenegger is playing a very different Terminator in the upcoming movie than he has been playing before. On top of producing Rodriguez's Alita Battle Angel and Miller's Terminator, Cameron is also directing the 4 upcoming Avatar movies, and I'm kind of excited for those. I go to the Avatar world over here in Animal Kingdom at Walt Disney World, and it looks amazing. I watched the movie, and it gets a lot of hate, but I just don't understand it. I enjoy it. Not the greatest film in the world, but it's definitely not the worst either. And I've officially pissed off all sci-fi fans by saying I liked Avatar better than Ridley Scott Alien movies. Let's move on to the third story and final one. Howard the Duck among 4 Marvel animated shows ordered at Hulu. Hulu and Marvel Television have partnered to produce 4 adult animated series. Variety has learned. I didn't see this in Variety. I missed that one. The shows will be based on the following Marvel characters: Howard the Duck, MODOK, Hit Monkey, and Tigra and Dazzler. Like the Marvel Netflix Defenders shows before them, the 4 characters will then team up in the animated special The Offenders. Marvel's head of TV, Jeff Loeb, will executive produce each project. Disney, which owns Marvel, will become a majority shareholder in Hulu once the Fox-Disney merger is completed. This is kind of cool. I heard that Kevin Smith is involved with Howard the Duck. That's good. You know, he's a good comedy writer. Patton Oswalt with MODOK, so obviously they're not taking that too serious. And it might just be, you know, that way. It might just be not to be taken serious. I think it's interesting that Dazzler seems to be the first X-Men crossover to Marvel character. Rock on. For these, I'm in. There you go, gang. That's the news, and I am out of here, as a wise man once said. So what do you think? What are you excited about James Cameron returning to Aliens or Marvel's new cartoon series? Are you a little miffed about the fact that they said they were being review bombed over at Captain Marvel's Rotten Tomato page and it just turned out to be comments? Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you like this video, just hang around. A couple of cards are going to pop up. You can check out something just like this. And don't forget to go on over to Patreon and to Ko-Fi. Drop $1 in the till. Help us keep making videos for you. Thank everybody who's already done that, and to everyone, all of the true believers, thank you very, very much for watching.